So hello and welcome back. You might be wondering what is it that you're looking at, and obviously you're correct. It's basically on the screen. It's Modern Warfare 2, and this is the original Modern Warfare that came out in 2009. Obviously, it's Call of Duty. I mean, it would be pretty fun to call this a Battlefield Modern Warfare, because there's no way in hell we would possibly imagine that. Now, when it comes to Call of Duty, like in general as a franchise, I'm not even gonna go there. However, 2020 is rather big year for remastered games, and obviously this and a lot of other games have got their remasters done, and well, people kind of like to play it. I mean, we have what? Crysis with remaster, we got Halo with the remaster. We have so many remasters also coming our way, it's just insane. Why? Because first of all, well, my generation grew up with these games that look like a pixel, and now we can finally play them on glorious 5 frames, I guess. Anyway, the point is, well, they need money, so they milk it by remastering games, selling nostalgia for money, and well, goddamn, we're very good at paying for our nostalgia and our memories. Anyway, the point I'm actually making, or trying to make, which is not really coming across here, is Modern Warfare, comparison to the Modern Warfare 2 original 2009 versus Modern Warfare Remastered. Now, Remastered obviously came out in 2020, and it's a completely different thing, or so they say. Now, I did pass the initial level of the pit, which tells you that, you know, my skill level is so low I shouldn't be playing these type of games, and I fully agree. However, I will push past this limitation, and let's take a look. So, obviously, let's go for the options. Since we're playing, well, comparing also these two titles, which is the same title, but not really, but yes. Damn, it's confusing with the remasters, isn't it? Right, let's take a look at our video settings. So as you can see, we are on full HD, advanced video, well, as much as I can put everything, well, to the max. So texture quality manual means, well, it's on extra. If it's not manual, it gives you something based on your system performance stuff. I don't know, I don't trust automatic detection tools. They usually detect that my PC is kind of like a potato, which hurts. It hits too close to home. I disagree. Anyway, we have everything done, and let's just go and resume the game, and let's see how it goes for a tiny little while. And obviously, what I'm gonna look is basically, this is Modern Warfare 2, 2009. There is literally nothing to see. It's gonna be a lot of pixels, a lot of high frames, and that's basically all there is. So hey, let's just jump in and let's resume the game. And well, there's no audio and music for obvious reasons, but let's just see how it is, what's the GPU usages, and how it all looks and plays in 2020. So it's been, well, 11 years, if my math serves me right. And I must say, this game doesn't really feel that old. It's pretty snappy, simple, and simplicity is the key when it comes to Call of Duty series. You see, they don't really like people, you know, inventing new stuff. That's why it's very hard to differentiate between different Call of Duties, unless there's some exoskeletons. Then you feel like, oh my god, this is the best new thing, and then there's like 3 games with them in it, and then you think it's Titanfall, but it's actually COD. Anyway, of course, I'm not going to touch the multiplayer because I don't play it, but I've seen people playing it, and goddamn, well, that's a sight to see. Anyway, let's take a look once it all loads up, and actually it is loaded up. It's just the thingy that they're trying to exposition the points of the game, or the main villain. Anyway, I know this is gonna come to end, and we should be basically by the riverbank, and we're gonna be taking over or liberating the city. It's kind of... It's really hard to tell the difference between liberating and taking over, because you're playing as an American. So, I mean, shit. There might be oil somewhere in those kitchens, but damn. So the sequence starts like this. You're laying on the ground and you see the shepherd, and he picks you up. And this scene is completely different on remastered version, but we'll get to that later on. So what do we have in this amazing thingy here? I'm playing on recruit, obviously. I'm not gonna be worried. So we're having GPU usage is sometimes a bit high. We're getting like 250 frames, everything maxed out. And I must say, this doesn't really look that bad. I mean, completely honestly, there are some games that comes out at 2019 and they even look worse than this shit, you know? And this was pretty popular title, and honestly, when you look at the video usage, we're using 1.2 gigs. which, well, in 2009 probably was feasible, but I don't think a lot of people were actually, you know, kind of going for it. Can I, like, kill someone today? My COD skills are so non-existent. I'm just gonna do some good old shooty, like, see, and pull trigger, and people die, and they die a lot. Then you have to reload. I do remember that apparently someone will come here. I think it's these guys here. Targets. I mean, no, they're like peaceful protesters, obviously. Let's clear them out. So far, I mean, nothing really that crazy, but as you can see, it's pretty generic, but it kind of tried to put you into that. So it wasn't about the gameplay actually, right? So Call of Duty in general, when it comes to gameplay, it's pretty goddamn straightforward. Even if you play Call of Duty Warzone, I honestly would have pretty hard time to tell apart these two games, because it's the same COD. COD never changes, same as the war never changes in the COD games, and goddamn, do I need to go somewhere? Obviously I need to go. How do I know it? Because enemies don't stop shooting and we're not moving forward. Most linear thing in COD is, well, storyline. There's no branching, there's nothing. You follow preset path, and that's about it. And while I'm talking, you probably are wondering, why am I playing this particular level? First off, this is open space. As you can see, it's like the city, buildings, you know, like something that looks like water. Wait, can we have an explosion here? Beautiful. Anyway, and also we can actually see the performance and open space with city and reflections and smoke and sky. I think it will actually show the difference and if there's an improvement for the remastered version. So pay attention to the gun right now. As you can see, it looks pretty decent already. So I'm kind of curious of what's gonna happen in the remastered, because I never played this level. I got to this level and then I switched off, just to keep the element of surprise to myself. And yeah, let's just go, and I think we need to get killed, or oh wait, no, we have to like get in. It's kind of the same thing if you go into an open top Humvee, but who am I to judge? I mean, certain things are still looking good even for 11 years old game. Like, look at the reflection of the minigun. It's not too much, but it's just enough to give this visual candy that you move the gun and there is some reflections running. And that's a danger close mission that looks like a mini tactical nuke. It's not too bad. I remember I was playing Call of Duty 2 and the first time they exploded an actual tower. That was a big thing. Because apart from Battlefield, nothing actually happens, well, you know, accidentally in Call of Duty. You just have to do it. In Battlefield you blow up a house and, well, it's pretty much an accident rather than scripted. So we're going through here, and as you can see, I mean, this is literally the tower I'm talking about from Call of Duty 2. Look it up. The very first mission. Anyway, let's go through. So there's a lot of things, so we can't see anything. But again, it runs pretty... I mean, like, we're hitting 300 frames. Damn, I highly doubt I was hitting 300 frames 11 years ago when I was first playing this. And I did play this game for quite some time. Obviously, when it came out, you know, all the storyline. And it was the new best thing, so of course, obviously, I was playing it. But I never bought it, and that's the funny part, because even back then, I didn't see the point. Oh, let's spin that fucker up. I think we have some problems. What do you mean they're not armed? Is that not a gun? He just hit his gun. They have like all the vests on it, the body armor, everything. Man, if they are not armored, what the fuck are they doing there? Ah, we have a runner. Oh, another runner. Yeah, I think we start shooting these guys. That was a bullet. Ah, war crimes, my old friend. I think these guys are the guys who were taking all the oil for themselves and they didn't want to share. Let's give them some democracy. As you can see, I have the ketchup splash, so that means we're playing Call of Duty and it's instantly gone. What in the actual fuck's name is going on when I'm shooting my minigun? Look at this. The screen kind of separates. I don't even know who am I supposed to shoot at this point. I think it's due because there's too much frames going on, because obviously this game is not prepared to be played on modern hardware. Oh well. And here we are, completely surrounded. I'm hurt, I need to get to cover. I suck at taking cover when someone shoots at me. That's like firing squad up here, what the hell? Yo, fuck this shit, I'm out. Okay, AK-47. I would be so dead playing this like on any other difficulty than Recruit. I'm like a bullet magnet, you know, I just attract bullets. No joke. Okay, I'm gonna go first. There we go, we have these two guys. Let's throw a flashbang. Let's take them out, obviously. And I must say that the combat is pretty fluid. I cannot say that, you know, it's like slow or you know, laggy, or there's something going on here. It's definitely not the case, but it is linear. You kind of like move in these segments. You go forward 2 steps, then you crouch and cover, then you shoot some more, then you throw a grenade, then you die, you reload, and you do it all again. Enemies will spawn in the same place and same time. It's basically kind of like based on how many you kill that they will start spawning back. It's not like a few progression. You can technically run past them, and well, they will not spawn more than there are, because again, it's a checkpoint based system. So if you get to a certain point, something else scripted will happen. So if you know the game well enough, I do believe you can actually, you know, nail it like pretty easily. But overall, what we're looking at here, at least I'm looking at, is the graphical performance, and so far I must say it doesn't really look that bad. If we would compare this 1-to-1 to Battlefield 3 or even Battlefield 2, I would say that there wouldn't be too much difference, because the lightning effects, well, the bullet impact decals are of course completely off, but it's also not really that bad. Also, look at this, the snappiness. If only I was a better gamer, like, at all, at any given point. I want to throw a flashbang. Oh, hello. Flashed myself. One of the reasons why I don't play Counter-Strike, because I flash everyone. That was the weirdest fallback in the history of fallbacks. I don't know, it looks kinda... can't say fake, but something is clearly missing. Flashed my teammates because I'm an asshole. And again, the same thing. You play Call of Duty and you just play it. There's no certain... there's no such thing as stopping, you know? I mean, technically you could just Alt F4 and be done with the game. But overall... so we have to go somewhere where... which of course I'm not gonna go, because this is one of the multiplayer maps, I believe. It is not entirely that bad when you look at it. Definitely it's not as nice and good looking, or, you know, physics destruct the environment using the DICE or Frostbite engine as Battlefield. But for its age, 11 years? Yeah, they were trying to do something. I'm pretty sure these cars explode as well, but I need to check. Nope, the second grenade should do it. Ah, it caught on fire. Fire in Call of Duty means shit is about to explode. Let's see how it looks. And it looks pretty pathetic, but what do you want from 11 years? And I'm not gonna move 87 meters. Fuck that, I'm gonna blow up this garbage dump. Those are some nice trash bags. Anyway, you see the point. And this is the performance of 11 years old game, which was a bit hard to get running on Windows 10. But it did it, and well, I think it looks better than I remember, probably because I never was playing it maxed out. Anyway, that's enough for this game. Let's take a look at the remastered version that came out in 2020. So as you can see, well, they didn't really do nothing for all these years. They actually put the most iconic cover of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, which is this guy walking through the flames and stuff, which kind of is echoing through the Call of Duty series at one point anyway. And they actually calls it Campaign Remastered. So in case you don't notice the difference, then you know it's actually remastered. A cheesy joke. I'm sorry, COD fans, don't kill me. It was just a joke, okay? It was just a joke. So looking at the main menu, you can literally see how this, well, in my opinion, looks exactly like Warzone. I don't know why, but when I was going through the settings, which we're gonna do right now, you can see there's certain similarities. First of all, you have different tabs rather than a scroll down. You actually have horizontal view, and obviously I enabled whatever I could. For video, again, full screen, full HD, FOV, I'm gonna leave it as it is. I'm not one of those people with 360-degree vision around my head to adjust my FOV to God knows where it is. And well, again, it may be because I don't play games like this competitively. But if we look at advanced video, right? So this is where stuff gets a bit interesting. You have almost the same things as in Warzone. You have the render resolution. I can render it above full HD. Normal map resolution, texture resolutions. I can adjust how much of textures we're actually using. And as you can see, currently, out of dedicated 11 gigs of 1080 Ti, we're using 4 on full HD. That is pretty significant. I mean, that must be some really nice looking textures. So obviously everything is cranked as much as I can. This is a very weird setting that I don't know what it means. Fill remaining memory. So look, currently we're using 4, right? Put it on, it uses all of it. Is that so we're not swapping the memory or something when the textures are loaded? It's very hard to say. But of course I'm gonna keep it off because, come on, this is ridiculous. Last time this happened on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, there was a guy, I think, God damn, I forgot his channel. He got one of the first Titan XPs, or Titan X, sorry. And he was playing Advanced Warfare, and the full video memory was loaded. Like, we're talking like 16 gigs of it. And it was loaded, and he was getting 30 frames, and he was like, oh my god, that's a memory leak. And it was a memory leak, was fixed with a patch, but fact is it is, you buy a graphics card for $1,000, and what you get is 30 frames and full memory of Titan X. It's just insane when you think this is just a Call of Duty title. Anyway, back on topic. So shadows, high, everything is maxed out. Motion blur, low quality. Well, I can just do it high quality, I don't care about it. And well, this should be on high as well. Depth of field, high quality. I don't care. Well, I did actually. I'm not going to use super sampling, obviously. Shader preload. So this is actually one of the interesting things. This game now utilizes the same stuff as not only Warzone but some other titles where you preload your shaders during the loading scenes. So not only your cutscene begins to be choppy and stuttery because you're actively preloading everything into the GPU memory, it also doesn't help because unless your GPU is very fast, it's gonna do the same stuff while in game. So honestly, I don't know. I think there must be a trade-off somewhere. If it's off and it loads during the gameplay, but I don't know. I mean, for me, it makes no sense. Call of Duty was fine without it. And as you can see, shader preload doing cinematics on or off, right? So here we go. Anyway, this is enough about all this stuff. Let's just go in and we're gonna be exactly in the same place and we're gonna see how it goes. So yep, let's start it again. So we're back on the same mission where we left off, and it does start a bit differently. Like on the original Modern Warfare, you just wake up on a beach, right? On the shore of the river, and Shepard helps you up. In here you actually drive a jeep and you get blown up by RPG. That's a bit that never happened in Modern Warfare, and since I just played it, I can confirm this is exactly what happens. Anyway, what we're going to be looking at is the graphics. So how everything looks, feels, what frames are we getting, and so on and so forth. And I'm kind of expecting rather decent performance because, again, it is Call of Duty, so they're using the same engine. Maybe. I'm not sure, didn't do my research. But so far, after playing the first and the second mission or introduction of the games, I didn't see that much of a difference. picture is a bit sharper, textures are a bit newer, but overall it's not exactly that different. So here we finally are, team player, day 1, about to get wrecked, and we have this cutscene. So we have this, and then RPG comes because, well, why not? We fall out and Shepard comes and says, "You suck." And oh wait, no, that's not Dark Souls. So here we are. So take a look. I mean, literally, you can clearly see the difference, like the color palette, how the skies look alone, explosion quality, all this stuff. Controls are literally the same, so I might actually have a chance of shooting those guys. Explosions definitely look differently. Smoke effects, stuff like that, it's not actually bad at all. Also, I'm able to hit someone. And we have hit markers, which you can actually disable if you want. But again, you do have this Warzone feeling. It kind of looks a bit more mint, but it still keeps the same, you know. It's not like you're into something very, very weird and unknown. This feels familiar, even if you remember Call of Duty, you know, just as a kid. The moment you start playing it, you will clearly go like, "Oh, I see." And looking at the guns and stuff like that, yeah, there's much more details you can see, much more color shading. And, well, I mean, Jesus, look at this. We have actual lightning here with some little god rays going on here. We're not casting any shadow because we don't exist. And the bridge layer was destroyed because apparently no one else can shoot a gun but me. Oh, Call of Duty, please, never change. You just have to force being a snowflake onto me, that I need to save the day. What the fuck are all these guys doing here? What exactly are they doing here? I mean, this guy has an LMG, fucking hell, he could, like, knock those guys out like there's no tomorrow. 2 scars or something, I mean, come on, this is bullshit. And you're blaming me for not saving the day? Fuck you. Oh. Apparently our grenades are... Oh, this is bad. Oh, my character can't throw grenades as for shit. That's fine. Okay. I do believe it's time for us to go up because the bad guys are gone. And the bridge is gonna be put on place. So all this scripted sequence will come to a halt and we will actually be able to see what's going on. I'm not gonna waste any more time, I know we need to go up. So the indication is yellow instead of white. There's some model animations. And let's take a look how the models look. A bit of improvement though, not too much, but there's enough reflections on the glasses that you can say it's a brand new remastered title. So let's come here and let's take a look. So as you can see, it's clearly different. And I must say this actually looks, well, definitely better than the original one. There is some kind of thingy. Again, this weird game filter they like to apply. And we even have better, well, everything when it comes to explosions. You can even see this fire, well, the grenade explosion with fire underwater and the shockwave kinda. Let's go in and let's see how the danger close mission of bringing down that tower looks like.
That's all 1 at 1 o'clock. Hey, which building? The one at 1 o'clock. Hey, Dave, which one is it? Is it the one on the left or the right? The one on the left. Hey, isn't this danger close for the task force? Come on, since when does Shepard care about danger close?
Oh, we got the fast movers and, well, to be completely fair, it does kind of look repurposed though. Not this smoke effect of the dust going up, but the initial explosion. I might need to go back on my word for that. Oh fuck yeah, we can kill all the fish. Woo! Thank you, Remaster. I can shoot my gun while driving. Nice. So let's see how this works out for us. Obviously I can't see shit and we're getting like full HD maxed out 100 150 up to 200 frames with nothing going on. And this do look better though. The same place. There is some modules remastered, you can see like the clear destruction is improved. Some things like these bushes, you can see it's kind of out of the way of the player, so they're not being tended to well, because no one's gonna see it anyway. Obviously, I mean, when you're a game dev, you have to manage your workload. It's pointless to redo a branch or other side of the city, but I mean, it's fine, right? I mean, you don't really care about it. These guys are clearly armed, but at least now you can see they're not armed. On the previous one, I was pretty sure he's got a gun. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yes, if technically it looks better, but 2020? I mean, of course it's not a brand new game, and thank God for that, but as a remaster, I don't think it would be too hard to get this, well, you know, when we were supposed to get it when the first game came out. Obviously they couldn't do it due to the console limitations, because obviously it needed to launch on Xbox 360 and PlayStation, because, well, how else you will make money off kids? And how else, well, they will ask their parents, because not everyone had, like, you know, a gaming PC unless it was their parents' work PC. But that's a different story altogether. Oh god, I'm getting murdered here. I'm not entirely sure how we survived, but okay. Because I do believe I just absorbed so much bullets that it will last me for like 2 lifetimes. When it comes to iron level in my blood. So we're in the same place, the same firing squad, same 3 guys in here. But at least now I can see when they're firing from, which is actually kind of cool. Doesn't mean I'm a better shot though. Actually was shot now. Okay, anyway, let's go in. There was a guy over here. And the depth of field is actually working, as you can see. Kinda kicks in a bit. Not really for better or worse, but it's there. So if I come out here, where are the enemies? Enemies are gone. Why? Because script says so. I highly doubt that guy over there had better things to do than, you know, to go and just like, oh, I'm just gonna go and wash my stuff. That was uncalled for, but okay. And here we are back at the generic shooting place. And at the same time, it does look better though. Like, even for colors, even how this school looks like, of course, it could be a bit better. You know, there's always can be better stuff, but it's not really that bad. I mean, I honestly cannot say that this is bad at all. For Remaster, I must say they definitely kept the feeling. And they improved just a bit, just for it to look familiar to something that you see. And Warzone, I honestly believe Warzone actually looks like this. So, I mean, I'm not entirely surprised about it, but still. Animations might be a bit different, but in general, I don't know, I can't say this is good, but I cannot say it's bad. It's actually pretty decent work for a remaster. It's exactly what you would expect. If you play the Modern Warfare and you want to see it in better quality, I mean, it's definitely worth it. And specifically if you can actually play this on like native 4K, you might actually not even notice it's a remaster. You know, it's just probably after all these years you would think this is like a brand new game at some point. Okay, so let's see how the cars explode.
To the rally point. EPWs may still be in the area. Over.
Actually, I managed to do it in one grenade. Okay. So in the first one, the explosions were pretty shit. Let's see how the second one looks like. Will definitely burst for longer. Come on. Think I need to help with another grenade. And it wasn't really that impressive. But again, as a remaster, would you really, you know, spend your time and money on this? Depth of field is kicking in even when looking at car engine. Nice. Anyway, so basically this is what's going on. Okay guys, let's move here so you get out of the grenade's way. I do believe friendly fire and end of mission is still a thing in this remaster, same as it was in original. So don't wanna check it. Have a go, lads. So yeah, I mean, my verdict, if I had to rate this game, like how it's remastered, I would say it's pretty decent. I cannot say that it's bad at any point. I think the projectile actually was consistent. Wait, this is a bit weird. Are you telling me it will actually explode on impact? You can see it coming down. I'll assume yes by the sound of it. But anyway, so the guns look much better, everything looks much better, and you can adjust it and play it, and I mean, this is not bad. I think this is actually a pretty decent remaster. You hear that, Crisis? Take notes. Because even with the remaster, we're not hitting any of the hiccups or glitches or stutters or frame drops that other games, nice games, are getting. So I would say definitely, if you're looking for fast-paced multiplayer to play with your friends or just go through a story campaign, wait until it's on sale. It's actually going to be Steam sale, if not now, then soon, because, well, Black Friday is upon us. And yeah, maybe I would say I would pay for this game as a remaster, as a nostalgic money grab, about 5 monies, whatever currency. Like literally whatever currency, because currency for games should be adjusted to each region. So if, well, people are having different currencies in a different region, they should only pay that particular amount of money. And I think it might actually be fun. Definitely not as advanced as all our current games, but do we really need that shit? I mean, it's about having fun, and this game gave you fun. As linear as it was, as, well, obviously the remaster will be as linear as well. This is why they succeed, this is why they remake them, because people still keep playing them. There's plenty of private servers, privately held and hosted by people around the world, who still manages to play the original OG 2009 version. So there's definitely something here. And maybe it's just like, well, old guys playing due to nostalgia, but I mean, you kind of have Warzone for it, so don't know. Leave a comment, tell me what you think, and anyway, I think this was a pretty nice trip down the memory lane with some actual direct comparison, so we can appreciate how far we've come in 11 years. So yeah, thanks for watching, and as always, stay classy.